Disclaimer. This is a chatty vlog. Hey y'all. Alright. This is not the best angle because I'm in a car. Now I see why she had this seat down to the floor. Okay. Yeah. I am just on here giving you guys a little update about this move. I do want to say this vlog is probably going to be all over the place because, to say the least, this move has been trying my patience, okay? It's been a blessed move, but a stressful move, to say the least. So I still don't have a car, but thankfully I have friends and family members who are willing to lend me their cars so that I can get important things done. I don't necessarily care to be using their vehicles, but you know, I gotta get stuff done. So this, I'm very thankful, very, very, very thankful. Now, my first day here was a doozy. It was an emotional hardship, I guess you could say. Reality kind of setting in, you know, that this is my life, hopefully temporarily, but this is my life. This is my life for the time being. Living with my parents, and it is, you know, an adjustment for all of us. Let me speak up some. It is an adjustment for all of us, for my parents, myself, Taylor, and Talia. The girls have adjusted okay. Taylor has had her ups and downs, you know, where one day she might be a little sad, the next day she is fine. Because of course she was born in Houston. All of her family that she knows, all of her cousins, all of her friends, you know, the school that she's started school at, she left all of that. However, because I have family here, she, you know, is doing okay. I have a niece that is the same, they're the same age. My niece might be like a couple of months older than her, but they're the same age. So whenever my niece is around, she's fine. They're playing and she's having a blast. When my niece is not around to keep her busy, she starts crying and says she wants to go home. My parents, at first, they weren't, you know, they weren't being very patient with the kids, you know. So yeah, but all in all, like, trying to get the girls' insurance situated, like that was annoying. Sitting on the phone, you know, hours. I'm talking like a full-time job. Then for some reason I can't log into my classes. So I haven't been able to do any homework, and that's a process. I mean, I'm like not behind because things aren't due yet, but I'm behind because I'm gonna have to cram to try to get everything done once I get logged in. It's just a mess. And although I grew up here, grew up in the same area that we are living in, I became accustomed to living in the area that I was living in Texas, in Katy, Texas. So it's kind of hard, like, being in the hood again, you know. I love my people, but you know, I just want better for myself and for my kids, you know. I don't want to raise them in the hood. I don't. I haven't been too many places since I've been here, but I have seen a few people that I went to school with. They didn't see me, but I saw them. And with that being said, I know that the same people that I went to school with are living over here still, raising their kids and sending their kids to the schools over here, which isn't, you know, necessarily bad. But I don't want to sound like I'm talking down, because I appreciate the culture that the hood gave me, you know. I just want differently for my kids, you know. Part of the reason why I moved to Houston in the first place, one, because my husband is from Houston. Two, I've always felt home anytime I ever visited Houston. And three, the diversity. I wanted my kids to know that there's so much more out there in the world, you know. A lot of people become a product of their environment, and I don't want that for my kids. I don't want them to become a product of their environment, you know. Some people get stuck in the hood and some people move on, and I'm one of those people that move on. This man, golly. Right now I am headed into another town to apply for Section 8. And from what I hear, they're approving people pretty quickly. So hopefully I get approved really quick. Get me a car. Y'all, my parents smoke in the house. Oh, we all have the flu, me and my kids. Go figure. Go figure. Now, where am I supposed to go when I get down here? I gotta go, y'all. This is gonna try peppermint mocha iced coffee for the first time. She's never had coffee before, let alone peppermint mocha. Okay. Now my niece is gonna try turkey bacon for the first time.
It's not as bad as the coffee was.
It's not as bad.
I mean, it tastes like regular bacon. It tastes like turkey. Turkey.
Now my niece tries a U-coat. Making faces, ain't even tried it yet.
Oh, that's actually good.
I told you.
Really good.
I said everybody like U-coats. Okay. You guys, this is an update of life in Oklahoma so far. We have been here, I think, going on 3 weeks now. Forgive the way I look. I didn't bring any makeup with me. I just left it all in Houston because I didn't want to have to worry about, you know, traveling with it, things breaking, so on and so forth. And I'm supposed to be getting my hair braided soon. Both girls are in school. But before I get into the life update, I want to clarify some things about my last video with us having to leave Houston. So as I told you guys, me and my husband separated. And I know that some of you who have followed us for a while know that Trinity is my stepdaughter. And some of you guys, it was a shocker to y'all. You did not know that. She is my stepdaughter, but we had full custody of her. So she's been with me since she was 2. You got, please forgive Talia, y'all. I mean, if you're new to this channel, you know, I have a daughter that's autistic. That's her. And she cuts up sometimes. So I'm trying to get through this. This is why I don't do a lot of recording, especially when she's around, because it's hard to get through it. But like I was saying, we've had custody of her since she was 2. I've raised her from the age of 2 on up. So it was really hard having to leave her. I was not able to adopt her because her biological mom did not sign over her parental rights.
So Talia doesn't knock it over.
I think she's acting like this because she knows I'm trying to record. So that is the issue with that. Her, like I said, her biological mom never signed over her rights, so I was not able to adopt her, which means I legally do not have any rights over her whatsoever. So unfortunately, I had to leave her in Houston with her dad, and bring Taylor and Talia with me. But now moving on into life in Oklahoma. It has been rough. It has been very rough, but at the same time, blessed. All of us are having to get adjusted. Myself, the 2 girls, my parents, you know, they've let us into their space, you know what I'm saying? They've gotten used to their life after their kids moved out, you know what I'm saying? Both girls are in school. Taylor loves school, which I'm happy about. Talia's school, however, is giving me a lot of problems. They've stressed me out. Let me say that. I enrolled both of the girls in school before we moved here. I enrolled them September 5th. We left Houston September 22nd. Taylor didn't have to do anything but show up to school. That was it. One reason why I enrolled them so early is because I knew that for Talia, it was going to be a lot of work. I knew they had to get her IEP. They had to, you know, get all of her doctor's orders. Okay. What was I saying? I knew they would have to get her doctor's orders, her IEP, and all of these different things in order for her to get in school. So I did it early, trying to be proactive so that they could go ahead and get what they needed, right? They didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything. In fact, they called me a couple of days after I enrolled her and said, your daughter can start school tomorrow. And I was like, oh, well, actually, we're still in Texas. We have not moved to Oklahoma yet. And they were like, oh, okay, well, we'll switch it for next week. So I'm like, okay. So her teacher in Texas told me that they hadn't heard anything from the school here. And I'm like, why would they call me and tell me that she can start school if they haven't even contacted the school to get her IEP and all of that stuff, right? So anyway, moving forward, we get here on Friday, September 22nd. On Monday, I called the school and said, I want to know if you guys have all of my daughter's information so that she can start school tomorrow. They're like, yes, She can start school tomorrow. Cool. So I'm knowing that they're not going to have her her transportation figured out yet, because she hadn't quite started yet. So my mom took off work. We took her to the school thinking we're just going to drop her off. They're going to take her to class. That's going to be that. No, they pulled us into an office where it was like having an ARD meeting, an IEP meeting, and it's where they talk about where the student is at, the things that they need, their accommodations, all that type of stuff. So they are just actually, let me back up. I'm getting flustered, and it's hard for me to stay on track and do things consecutively when I have her next to me. So actually, we're standing around in the office, and my mom is like, what is going on? Like, we're trying to figure out why we're still standing here. They said, oh, because we don't have her IEP yet. I'm like, I enrolled her September 5th. It is now September 26th, and y'all don't have her IEP yet. Okay. I said, that's fine. I have it right here, because I had all of her things. And they're like, oh, okay. So that's when, this isn't a good time. All right. So I think I kind of ended where we ended up doing an IEP meeting instead of she was calm, so I thought I would be able to do this. And then as soon as I started recording, she started acting up again. So this is on purpose, because she doesn't want my attention on anything other than her.
Don't touch.
In this IEP meeting, they wanted to tell me that they could not accommodate her because of her behaviors. But they quickly corrected themselves and said, well, we can't deny her, because absolutely you cannot. You cannot deny her. I know my rights. Also, I know that the school gets funded for her being there. Use that money that you're making to accommodate her. And if I have to, I'll get an advocate. Like, don't play with me. She's 12 years old. She's been in special needs education since she was 3. I'm not new to this, and I'm not stupid. However, still no bus. We ended up with the flu, which you guys will see that in, I don't know if it's going to be in this video or if I'm going to do separate. I don't know how I'm going to do this, because the vlogs are kind of going to be all over the place, because I'm just recording when I feel up to it, or when I feel like I have some privacy and some peace to be able to do that. But we ended up with the flu. She missed a couple of days of school, and the day that she returned, they called me and ticked me off. Okay, because again, they were implying that they cannot handle her. Okay, and it's not the teacher. The teacher is sweet. The teacher said that she did really good. Okay, but the teacher went to her country for the last 2 days of school before fall break. So that's the thing with school. I have had so many opportunities since I've been here to vlog and show you guys things, but my mind just wasn't, like, I didn't think of it. Actually, when we very first got here, on Saturday, so it would have been September the 23rd, a really good friend of mine, she hit me up that morning and was like, hey, I want to go to Cracker Barrel. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. So her husband, and their daughter invited me, Taylor, and Talia out to Cracker Barrel. It was Talia's first time, not her very first time dining in, because she dined in a while back at Outback Steakhouse, I think it was. But this was her second time. And I wish I had been thinking and I had have started recording. I didn't even take my phone to vlog. I have a phone that I vlog with, and my new phone hadn't come in yet. So anyway, I wish I had recorded that. It was an awesome experience. Afterwards, we had to go to Walmart and do some shopping because I had a U-Pack pod, which is where they come and they drop a pod off at your house. You load it, and then you schedule for them to come and get it, and then they deliver it wherever you're moving to. So I found out on Friday, once we got here and were headed to my parents' house, that they weren't picking the pod up on Friday like they were supposed to. They weren't going to pick it up until Sunday. And then they didn't deliver the pod until September 29th. So from September 22nd through September 29th, we had nothing. No clothes, no personal hygiene products, nothing, because I put everything on that pod, and the only thing we had on us were the clothes that we got on our plane with, and my laptop. That was it. So we had to go to Walmart to get them a couple of outfits to get us through the week, and we had to get a couple of groceries. It was just a whole mess. I didn't get to record us leaving. I wanted to do an empty house tour for y'all, but that didn't get to happen because the house was not even empty when I left, because I had been waiting on my husband to come and take all of the big furniture out, but he waited until the day of. So I didn't get to do the empty house tour. Plus, it was just so busy, and it was just me trying to do everything, that I was tired, still trying to do school, still trying to do the loading the pod, which he did come and help me finally with loading the pod. So I didn't get to do the empty house tour. Then we ended up being late to the airport. They literally waited on us. Like, we ran. And I wish I could have vlogged it, because it was so much that y'all could have seen. I've never been to Bush Airport before. It's such a nice airport. It's so big. So we were on the wrong side. We had to run through there, catch a train. They had a train, yes. So it was our first time doing that. We flew, it wasn't Southwest, it was United. Okay, I've only flown Southwest, but United was so much better. The seats were comfortable. Like, I loved it. So anyway, I didn't get to do any vlogging of any of that. Like, it's just, everything was just messed up. Okay, then we get here, and like I said, no pod. My head was just like in the clouds. Like, it was just so busy and so difficult trying to get transitioned. And we're still trying to get everything situated and lined up. But again, Taylor has her cousin, and they're a couple of months apart. That has been the bomb, because it's her cousin, her big cousin got her back. She's here for her. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love their relationship. I've been thinking about putting Taylor in counseling, because whenever my niece isn't around, she starts crying and stuff. This is hard for her. She left the life that she knew, and was brought here. And I feel like it was some more stuff I wanted to talk to y'all about, but Talia has been so distracting. I've had to hit stop and pause and all of that so many times that I can't even remember everything I wanted to tell y'all. Taylor has her own room. I'm sharing a room with Talia. Before her bed got put up, it was really hard, because she was like peeing on me every night. I could take her to the bathroom. She wouldn't do anything. We'd be in there 10 minutes with her hopping up and down off the toilet, clapping, playing, all that stuff, and then she pee on me. And I don't want to just be like all negative, but I just want to be raw and tell y'all the truth and let y'all know where I am. Sit back. The pros are, I have a very comfortable bed. To sleep in. Her bed is finally put together. So, you know, I don't have to worry about getting peed on. There's, you know, electricity, running water. I can cook and still feed the kids. And, you know, I have my family here. Even if I don't always agree with them, they're here. But we're all getting used to each other. I just pray that, you know, I'm still praying that I just have a breakthrough with YouTube, with the car, getting my own place. I'm all over the place, but I was telling you guys about recording opportunities and how I just keep forgetting to get my phone. All right, so this is just some of the stuff right here that I have to put up. This is Taylor's room. See, she has a nice bed and everything. A lot of her own toys. And this is a dresser that I am going to clean the drawers out and start. I did not mean to press stop, but I'm going to clean these drawers out and start trying to organize our stuff. I didn't realize how many clothes these kids have. I just had no idea until I had nowhere to put the clothes. Because for one, when kids pick out their own clothes, hold on, let me bring y'all down. Hush up, Talia. When kids pick out their own clothes, these drawers aren't even dirty. Again, when kids pick out their own clothes, they act like they don't have anything to wear, right? They will wear the same stuff over and over and over again, as if you don't buy them clothes. I literally spend all my money on these kids and don't do anything for myself. So I'm like, wait a minute. Now I blame myself. Like, I just keep buying clothes without actually going through their things. Baby doll shoe. Okay. So the drawers had a couple of things in it. It's not much of anything, but I was told to come in here and wipe them out. So I'm just gonna, because it's been stored in the garage, take a couple of Clorox wipes and dust them out. But I mean, they're really clean. Let me show you guys. All of the drawers are really clean. Really nothing to clean out of them, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No cobwebs, anything. It's clean. I think it's a waste of my time. I think I could literally just start putting stuff in here because the drawers, like I said, are clean. Yes, sir. Yeah, she told me. I don't think I'm going to record myself going through this stuff and putting it up. But when I get done, I will basically show you guys the drawers, show you the closet. It's probably going to take me some time to get all of this done. Whew, y'all. I have got to hurry up and get my hair braided because if I don't, I'm going to cut it off. We got us a package. So what did we get? We got a, can you stop? We got us a serving tray. Let me get it out the plastic. So I have washed the serving tray off. It's a New Star food service serving tray. I ordered it from Amazon, as you guys know, and I think it was $20. And I will explain why later, because Talia is acting up. I bought the tray because Talia likes to dump her food on the table. Turn around and eat. Okay, so the purpose for the tray is because Talia makes such a huge mess every time she eats, and she likes to dump her food onto the table. So I figured the tray would eliminate some of the mess. So we're gonna see how this goes, but it looks like it's a large enough area. They had bigger trays, but of course the larger tray you get, the more expensive. I think the largest one was like $40. Beauty and Beach journey. Be Amazing Sylvia. Mindful Crafts and More. The Bobo Channel. Creatively Created Crochet, that's Triple C. Geo's Vlogs H-Town. And Keeping Up with the Griffins.